through wind and field, feel shield, it's godly mercy, it's Dahlia's call. We've pledged to her our souls and all.
Gord is a strategy video game developed by Content.dev and published by Team17. Players must manage a settlement under constant threat of attack by monsters. It combines elements of role-playing, real-time strategy, and city-building games. A king who has conquered the southern lands in a dark fantasy world tasks players with establishing a Gord in the northern lands. They must manage a settlement near a haunted forest occupied by demonic monsters inspired by Slavic mythology. Gameplay combines elements of role-playing, real-time strategy, and city-building games. Some of the monsters require players to complete tasks, such as fetch quests or sacrificing children. While building up the settlement, players have a limited amount of space to work within, necessitating decisions on what to build. Villagers have 3 meters: health, sanity, and faith. Villagers die if they run out of health in combat. Sanity loss from the horror of their conditions can cause them to make poor decisions, and spells become unavailable if their faith drops too low. During combat, players control the villagers like in a real-time strategy game. The maps are procedurally generated. A limited number of villagers can start over in a new settlement after players complete all the goals for that map. Gord set in a dark fantasy world that takes the term seriously to the point where its sun is apparently dead. It's dark all the time, monsters haunt the wilds just outside the door, and the extended darkness is having a real effect on people's sanity. It's a decent enough world premise with some neat character design and intriguing plots, but the story you actually play out is a bit of a drag. A large kingdom has nearly unified the south and will soon be conquering the north, an awful blend of swamps and other such wasteland infested with monsters that no one in their right mind would want to fight over. Your job, as a representative of the Southern King, is to go north and establish a relationship with one weak, unlucky local tribe so that they can serve as guides in the coming invasion. That means establishing new outposts, stockaded settlements called Gords, in the monster-infested mires, highlands, and woods. You'll also occasionally deal with monsters too strong to fight called horrors, which will demand you do something like sacrifice a child or fetch their lost stuff. This sounded promising, like it would kick off some hard life and death choices, but realistically you just do whatever they want and move on, with no long-term consequences, even for the child sacrifice, which you'd think would come back to haunt you. Any way you look at it, whether it's an RPG, a real-time strategy game, or a colony sim, Gord is as miserable as its downtrodden villagers. Other games are bad because they aim too high, attempt too much, and fall down on their own merits. They are at the very least hoisted on their own petard, doing us the favor of digging their own grave or being entertaining in their failures. Gord does not, it simply falls flat and rots where it lies, surrounded by monotonous micromanagement, a poor interface, and by the numbers combat. I am content to leave it there, but you may bury it if you like. Team17 released Gord for PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X on August 17th.
Hear the whispers through wind and field. Feel the power, that's our shield. It's godly mercy, it's Dahlia's call. We've pledged to her, our souls and all.